One less than one. One less than one less than one. One less than Earth glow, please wash me, cast me in starlight. Take these racing thoughts and give my heart flight. In your blue currents are every mother's hope. Billions live and die in your blue envelope. Fled from this world, I set my burden down. My noisy voice subsides, our voices above. One less than one. One less than one. The remainder, a living soul. One less than one. One less than one. Set aside the self and wonder become. Where every tyrant's hatred, we make the warrior brave. We are the orphans weeping, every father's warm embrace. We pick up phone and needle, our tired selves escape. Flee from every murder, every hurt and every rape. We must feel to be human, your joy and pain and mine. They pass into the stream of forgetful space and time. One less than one. One less than one. One less than the remainder, a living soul. One less than one. One less than one. One less than set aside the self and wonder become. I do not pray for peace, beg to save my life, neither surrender to any love or strife. Reborn, universal, capable of change, with hands unburdened, lift a heart from pain. One less than one. One less than one. One less than the remainder, a living soul. One less than one. One less than one. One less than set aside the self and wonder become. One less than one. One less than one.
It is Sunday. That means we do sermon. Just because we're a godless church doesn't mean we don't do sermons. We're the Church of Korihor, in case you're new here. We're a spiritual community for godless people. That's right, for atheists and agnostics. And we do sermons. Sometimes we do them at weird times because I am traveling tomorrow. I begin my trek over to the East Coast where we're going to start preaching the good word of Korohorism. I'm Exmo Joe, also known as Joe Rollins. And I just want to say an uncomfortable thank you. Yeah, that's me. I want to share something with you. Mhm. So this is a first for me. I don't tell people how to vote. I don't think that people who are spiritual leaders should do that. And I am a spiritual leader for godless people. But suffice it to say, not usually a cheerleader for this administration. Yeah, Utah does need moisture. We won't pray for it. Hold on. Done with science. Now, I just want to say I'm not usually a big fan of this administration. I'll admit that. I don't want any harm to come to anybody in the world at all. I want to flourish. I want America to flourish. And I want to make America great again, especially now. So I just want to say, though, that this week, in spite of many bad things that are happening in the world, this week was a good week for me. I mean, all in all. And that's because I have to thank, for the first time, President Donald Trump. Yeah. No. Oh, look. I said before, I have said many times, I would go on and personally thank the president of these United States if he would get something accomplished for me, very specific, that's very important to me. And you know what? He delivered. And so this message is for him. The rest of you can stay. It goes like this. Oh. Dear President Trump, I know that you wanted to cut NASA's budget, or at least that your director of OMB and the co-creator of Project 2025, Russell Vought, did. But thank you for not doing that. Thank you, Mr. President, for allowing the upcoming September launch of the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope announced just this week. Yes, go, Mr. President, go. Sorry, I get emotional. I get excited. Your Excellency, you have no idea how happy this makes so many of us. Generations and generations of Americans will praise your name for this beautiful space telescope, which is named after the mother of Hubble, astronomer Nancy Grace Roman. We think it's a great name. No reason to change it, especially not to make it longer or to replace a woman's name with a man's name, because you, that's right, Donald Trump, you, Mr. President, will be the first president to launch the first space observatory in history on this scale, named after a woman. Yeah, no thanks to you, Obama. President Trump, I know that this was a big sacrifice for you. Your first administration called to cancel the construction and launch of the Roman telescope as part of its cuts to NASA. I'm so glad that didn't happen. How did you pull that off? Amazing. Then when you were duly and very, very bigly reelected in 2024, good job. Your OMB guy, that silly old Russell Vought from Heritage Foundation, what? Get that guy out of here. That guy just wants to take all the credit for your hard work, Mr. President. He tried to shut it down again. Who needs this guy? Send his lazy limelight stealing ass back to work for Jesus. We got work to do. You showed him who's boss, Mr. President. After all, Mr. Vought is a proud Christian nationalist who thinks that the president should have pretty much absolute authority, and should give it over to him to cancel the biggest, most badass telescope in history. What? What's with this guy? Right? Well, who's this guy think he is? He's just trying to make you look bad. F that guy. Know what I mean? He needs to learn a lesson. You're the man, Mr. President. It's Donald Trump Day all day, every day. And let me tell you what you're going to get for it. Mr. Trump, I would like to give you a gift, a galaxy. No, I'm serious. Do you think that Joe Biden has any galaxies named after him? No. Even George Washington doesn't have any galaxies named after him. And check this out. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's here. Hold on. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. See this here right here? I want to show you something. See that? You see that box that's pointing down to to the lower side of the screen? You see that down here? Just wait. I mean, you can barely even see it. It's just a little bitty clump. Okay, right? It's like a clump of light in the middle of nowhere. I mean, ugly. This is an ugly picture, Mr. President. Ugly, terrible, awful picture, which is a travesty. That is a travesty. Okay, because the thing that you're not really seeing there was once called Canis Major Overdensity. Yuck. It's an ugly name for an ugly thing in the sky. But then guess what? In 2003, we found something out. Canis Major Overdensity is not just a clump of gas. There's a galaxy in there. Not just any galaxy. The nearest unnamed galaxy to ours to date at just 25,000 light years away. But Canis Major Overdensity, that's a terrible name. I think you'll agree. And what a great location. That's prime real estate. And the Bush administration renamed it to, get ready for this, Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy. These guys don't know what they're doing, Mr. President. They don't know what they're doing. Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy is a horrible name. Don't they know? Location, location, location. We need people like you who have good brains for real estate. Mhm. That's why I propose, get ready for this, we rename it. That's right. I propose that as of right now, going forward, we rename Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy Trump Galaxy. That's right. Now think about that. Now here's the thing. The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope that you're launching in September, go, Mr. President, will be able to photograph that galaxy more beautifully than any other telescope ever made. Period. Full stop. Now, how about that? So I propose that we call it the Trump Galaxy. Now think about this. This is actually pretty clever. And if you have Mr. Isaacman, your man, at NASA, name it that. Trump Galaxy. The whole world will have to follow it. Think about that. They can say what they want, but they'd be talking about a man whose name is on a whole galaxy, and their star maps have to show it. Have to. NASA sets those things, man. It's all NASA all day. Now they can say what they want. That's Trump. That's a man who's got a galaxy named after him, and the nearest galaxy to ours known to exist after Andromeda. And you don't want Andromeda. Little secret, little real estate tip here. Andromeda is going to crash into the Milky Way galaxy, and then it's not going to exist anymore. It's just going to get gobbled up. It's okay. We're going to be fine. We're not going to be here. But this galaxy, your galaxy, way better. Little sleeper real estate tip there. And you know, on Christmas Day 2021, Joe Biden launched the James Webb Space Telescope. Now, don't get me wrong. We love that telescope. We would be very, very sad if something were to happen to it. But here's the thing people don't say about Sleepy Joe's telescope. Joe Biden's telescope can't really take in the whole Trump galaxy at once. Wheedle in with that, why don't you? Huh? Your telescope, Mr. Trump, our telescope, the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, can take images 50 to 100 times bigger than Biden's telescope. And we were excited about the JWST, Mr. President. Yours can take images up to 50 to 100 times bigger than the JWST. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Suck on that, right? The Roman Space Telescope can take the equivalent of 100 to 300 Hubble telescope pictures in one snapshot, one go, bam. And it gets better resolution and can process images faster than any other telescope flying. Boom. Nice, nice. And all because you allowed the Congressional Oversight Committee to shut down your administration, Russell Vaught's budget cuts to Roman. That telescope now is going to launch in September. Way to go, Mr. President. That's big CEO energy. You know what I mean? That's it right there. History will remember forever that you were the man, Mr. Trump. You were the man who launched the best telescope ever made, and the first one named after a woman. Can you imagine how that's going to stick under their saddle? Woo! Those the Democrats are going to have to campaign against a man who launched the first space telescope named after a woman. They're going to look so terrible. And they can't say shit about it. You got it. You got it. How great is that? So I say, step aside, Sleepy Joe. It's Donald Trump who's making space great again. You know, after God or whatever. If he's so good, why do you screw it up? You know what I mean? That's why we need you. Why we need Nancy Grace Roman. That's why we need this telescope. But here's a problem, okay? There is one tiny problem. Right now, the NEO Surveyor, that's Near Earth Object Surveyor Telescope. I know, terrible name. We still like it. It's more of a tool than anything else. It's like a big space scope. That's what it is, really. Right? NEO Surveyor. Yeah, doesn't matter. Nobody's going to think about it most of the time. But that telescope is very important for defense. And you see, some people don't understand defense like you do, Mr. President. But you and me, we can talk. We can talk out of school a little bit here. Defense is important. It's important. An NEO Surveyor is in testing right now for a launch next year. And that really grinds my gears, President Trump. It really does. Because let me tell you something. This is going to be your second telescope. Biden only had one. You're going to have two. This is going to be your second space telescope. It was on track to be launched this year, but the Biden administration and Congress dropped the ball, and now it's delayed. Joe Biden. Really? Yeah. Now the speculation is that your man Russell Vaught might get them to cancel the NEO Surveyor altogether. Can you believe that? Who's this guy? He doesn't understand defense, Mr. Trump. Doesn't understand it like you and me. This telescope, Mr. President, was designed to protect America and the rest of the world, but mostly America from dangerous space rocks. Do you know how much damage a space rock can cause? Space rock? It was a space rock that killed the dinosaurs. Facts are facts, man. That's the facts right there, okay? Annihilated them. Well, with the exception of a small handful who are now birds. Whatever. It's not the point, okay? You're not going to let Project 2025 drop huge space rocks on us, are you? President, You wouldn't let him do that. You'll save us, right? President Trump, say that you'll save us from these space rocks. Don't let Russell Vought destroy the world with it. It's Christian nationalists. They've always got the end of the world on the brain. But you and me, we know the world has to go on. After all, we now have a space galaxy named after you. That's your good work, sir. So I would just like to say, thank you, President Trump. Thank you, sincerely, for the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope. I mean, you didn't build it, and your administration tried to cancel the launch of it. And it took Congress rejecting the budget cuts to allow it to continue to launch. But you know what? I will say this totally sincerely. Russell Vought thinks that you can pull the plug on it anytime. And technically, he's right. You could do it. You could pull the plug on the best telescope in the history of the world so far. And it'd be the first of 2 telescopes you could pull the plug on, one of which would save America from deadly space rocks. And you know what, Mr. Trump? I don't think you're going to do that. I think you get the vision here, okay? Whatever the reason, whatever the differences, you're leading a bipartisan effort. That's right. You're building bridges. Who else can say that? To get space telescopes flying out there and make sure that this country stays at the forefront of space exploration. And they will not be able to say shit about it. Ever. You're the man. Let's see it happen. And if that Russell Vought gets in the way, send his ass back to work for Jesus, limelight stealing son of a bitch. So, Mr. President, let's make space great again. Amen.
Up here, looking down on you, I wish you could see our oasis so blue. We were all born here, unsure what that means. Our petty borders and wars don't mean a damn thing. A hateful world can feel so crowded now that I'm up here all alone. I wish you all could see you've forgotten your home. Look up, these stars are just the sea. Look up, stay the course with me. Look up, every river, every creature running wild, born our sacred mother's child. This place is our only forgot.